So when I arrived here, first of all, I want to state that I have grown so much. I have grown so much in the past 2 years that I lived abroad because the behaviors of the people here are completely unnecessary and completely ridiculous. So, first things first, I arrived here and um, when I left the airport, I left the airport like using public transportation, the air train, and I had to get um, a metro card to exit from the air train, in which um, I only had okay, hold on, let me backtrack a bit. I came here because of financial matters, and the money that I had access to, I literally forgot about the limit in which, like, I forgot about limits. So I went to the ATM as soon as I got to an ATM when I got off my flight and picked up my bags. And I tried to withdraw some money. But because the amount that I tried to withdraw, along with the price or the fee of the ATM being ATM was charging, that made me exceed the limit, so I wasn't able to get the cash. And the cash that I had on me um was Thai baht, and if I would have exchanged it, I would have had less than $20, which would have actually worked, but I didn't think it was worth it. And then I remembered that I actually had change, like US coins, that I had brought with me to Thailand because I didn't have time at the time to convert them into bills. So I had brought that back in order for me to do so. And I used that, and I actually had a ton of quarters, which was great because I would have been really pissed if I had, not pissed, but I would have been annoyed because I would have had to count nickels and dimes, and you know how that goes. So, nickel and dime and people. And people don't like that here, clearly, which is leading into my story. They don't like a lot of change. It's money, first of all. Like, Americans, like, yo. So anyway, so I get to the train station, the end of the air train, and I'm finishing counting because I already counted out some change. Like, I had to do some calculate. Like, first of all, I had to Google what was the fare. I had to Google what was the fare, and I see it because when I left, I think it was 250. I think it was 250. And if you got like a single ride, it was 275. So I googled it and it was 290, and I was like, first of all, I went on a tangent in my head about that. I'm like, you see, this is exactly why I left. Like, I know when I get on the train, the transportation is gonna be the same. But they had the audacity to raise the price, as they always do. So anyway, so I so I counted out, I don't know, maybe like $8. And then I remembered, you got to pay $1 fee for the Metro card as well. And I looked at the Metro card that I had before leaving, to see the expiration date, and it was expired. So I put that fee in there, and get to the air train exit, read the sign, and it's literally like $3.40 more than I anticipated. So I finished counting out more change. And then I had to calculate, like, um, while I was deciding whether I was going to take the train, take the train to my stay, or take a cab. And I'm trying to, like, you could, money can be spent in a blink of an eye. And I was just like, I feel alive and well enough to take the train, so I'm gonna take the train. So I'll tell you how spirit was like working through me, for me, with me. This whole story is about that. So again, I finished counting out the rest of the change. Sorry. And there's actually like one of those shops in the station that sell Metro cards and little knickknacks, you know. And I was thinking about purchasing the Metro card from the guy. Sorry. I had some Thai basil, which was actually delicious. I had some pho. So yeah, I went and I was gonna buy the Metro card from the guy, but I was just like, I don't know what made me change my mind. I don't know. So I went to the machine and it said that it only took $6 and change. So I was like, okay, I have to go to the guy regardless. So I went to him and I told him, I was like, I actually need some bills. No, I asked him if I could get all the bills because it was $12.40. I asked him if I could get bills because I had nothing but change. And he cut me off immediately and was like, no. And then it just reminded me, which made me laugh, about how New Yorkers don't want to, anything that makes them work, they don't want to do. So if they're actually at work, which he was, they don't even want to do that. So when you add a little bit of extra work onto it, that's a part of their actual job. It is like they're crazy, which is why everybody's so damn miserable and people are mean and wicked and crazy. So anyway, so he's like, no, he's not. He's like, I can't do that. And I was like, you can't do what? You can't take money? You can't take money? And so then I think he thought about it. And it was like, he's like, okay, dump the change out. And I was like, I only need, because of his attitude, I was like, I only need $7 because it takes $6. And he's like, dump the change out, cut me off, dump the change out so I can count it. And I'm like, I could count my own change. It's already counted out. And that made him upset. You don't want to do your job, but you don't want me to do it. You don't want me to count my own money. Excuse me, oh my God. So he gives me the $7. I go, I buy the Metro card, swipe out. I try to figure out what is it that I want to do because I had time. My flight landed just before 6 a.m. and I had to wait until 9 a.m. to go and take care of my business. And I did a couple of Google searches and realized that I was right near the bank that I needed to be near. Like everything was just panned out. I was literally like, as soon as you stepped out of the train station, you could see the bank. And it snowed. It snowed. And I was just like, yo. It was snowing. It was cold. Thank goodness. Oh, I was going to stay like in the train station. I was going to stay near the train station. And in the train station, until 9 o'clock. But the people are just ridiculous. Like, it's too much. Like, they were smoking weed. The smell was so strong. Like, I could deal with weed smoke. I smoke myself, not all the time, but it smells different. It doesn't smell right, and it's probably laced. It's probably laced. And then started thinking, I'm like, I am not smoking here because, yeah, I'm not smoking here. Like, I wouldn't dare put that shit to my mouth, put it in my system. So anyway, and then the people, like, they're like, hey love, hey Nubian queen, like, just constantly, or begging for money, or just having added, like, the energy is just ridiculous. So, and if you're from New York, you just know when you live, like, you're born and raised in New York, you become tolerant to the bullshit. But I have not been here in 2 years. I am not tolerant to it. I'm not. I'm treated and regarded like a human being every day where I live, and it's bare minimum. Anyway, so I was like, I took my chances, and I'm just gonna go and wait. And by this time, it was just before 8:30, and I was like, I'm gonna take my chances and go wait where the ATMs are in the bank, that section. And it was nice and toasty, so that was my best option. So I waited and took care. The bank opened, took care of my business. Finished. I was able to get in contact with the owner of the place I'm staying at, and he let me know, like, I was able to get in contact. I knew where to go. I was near the right train. I stopped at Golden Crust, got me some porridge and a piece of fish, which was delicious. I really want that right now. I don't know how I could get that. I can't. And it's really tough for me to get up in the mornings here to go and do that. Like, I did that this morning. Actually, I did it this morning, and the place was closed, but on Google it said it was open. Another New York thing that pisses me off. So I settled for, like, some Mexican food, and it was okay. And I don't like eating okay food. I like eating delicious food. And it gave me a headache because of the salt. And then I went to sleep for hours because of it. So I won't be eating that again. Anyway, so after I went to Golden Crust, I went to the store to get me a little snack, which thank goodness I did, because I did not leave the house yesterday. I ate that butter and cheese, which was sufficient. It was so good. And I actually want more. And so there was a guy in there. He was harassing the owner. He was harassing the people in the store, and because he wanted some cookies, so I bought the cookies. And the owner did really, like, I don't know, like, people don't like here. They don't like seeing you do good things for people, even when they are rowdy. Like, what kind of behavior do you expect from a homeless person who's always denied the bare minimum? Even though it doesn't make it right, so I'm not taking the accountability away from that person. But a lot of them they don't know any better. They really don't. And even if they do, it's very difficult to do better in an environment that treats you like shit. It is. So anyway, I bought the cookies and the owner she wasn't too pleased. Like she was like, you could have got him these cookies. They cost $1 and blah blah blah. And I'm like, the man wanted the cookies. But anyway, I left the store and the man was still outside. He was eating the cookies. But he was begging me for $3 because he wanted to buy a slice of pizza. And I was like, sir, no, I'm not buying you pizza. I'm not giving you $3. I bought you cookies. Eat the cookies and enjoy the cookies. And he's like, yeah, but I want $3. And all I could do is laugh. My throat is hurt. It's dry. All I could do was laugh. And I kept it moving. I went to, I came to Brooklyn because I was in Queens and settled in. Shit. So yeah, right now my best option for food, I'm gonna get me a sandwich for later. And I think I'm gonna get me like a little piece of cake or something. And I'm gonna go in a house. I set up a little altar with a candle and my crystals. And I'm just gonna cozy up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really wish that I had another body next to me. I am not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be very transparent right now. I wish I had another body next to me, keeping me warm, amongst other things. And I do not have that. And it's a different feel. It's a different feel. It's not only is it a different feel, I don't even have anybody. If I wanted to, I don't have anybody that I could call and just link up like that. That's even a different feel. It's different for me. So I'm in a completely different space. I'm in a new space. I shifted timelines once again because I decided to have the delusional audacity to come back across the world to a place where I left. And yeah, so this season calls for bold moves in order to move into a space in which I think you would really want for yourself. And yeah, so I miss home. I miss my children. I miss my cats. One of my cats she looks very depressed because I'm not there. And I miss that. I miss my babies, all my babies. I miss the warmth. I miss the fruits. I miss the health. I miss it all. But I'm gonna go. I had to walk 20 minutes back to this house. And on the way, I'm gonna decide. I actually saw a little book, a bookstore. It's this bookstore, but I don't know, it's different. I'm gonna do a short on that. It's really cute. I'm gonna stop there, and then I'm gonna get a sandwich for later and a pastry, and I'm gonna go about my business. And tomorrow, I gotta muster up the strength to leave the house in the daytime because I want to attempt to do something. Yeah. I'll go with the spirit. As usual. Alright, I'm chucking up the deuces. I'll catch you on another episode of Delusional Audacity and being in New York. All right.